Hi, today we're going to talk about Angular best practices. And I would like to take a look on the best practices from the practical point of view because frequently, or at least how it happens in our case, that you learn about Angular, you watch tutorial, and there is always best practices sections, and well, I watched those tutorials, and probably the best list, the most comprehensive list, it's authored by John Papa, and I strongly recommend you to watch on his tutorials. But whenever you have a large list of recommendation, it's very hard to prioritize and sort them, what appear to be the most important, what is not very important. And working on this application, we have very short, we have very close due date, and we're always under the pressure. And in my opinion, I would like to give you a recommendation how to keep your best practices of your Angular application working in production. In my opinion, and this is only in my humble opinion, the most important was generators. If you invest your time in creating generators, you will be able to, even under the very hard pressure, to keep your best practices and especially your application modular and manageable and so forth. And let's see on the example. This is just our current project. It's, like I said, it has very short milestone cycle, so we always under the pressure. And let's assume that we have a manager dashboard, and let's assume we have advertisement. And suppose this database of this application is managed by Firebase, and suppose we want to just get advertisement types and show it will be just advertisement packages and show it on the page. So this is our task, this is our controller. So what I would usually do. So because our advertisement is a separate logically structured part of application, I need to create a model. So I need to go to my scripts, I need to create a module, and in that module I need to include an index, and then I need to probably do a lot of stuff. And it's the best practices, but in my experience, under the pressure, I put everything in one module, and then all this unmanageable code it then tortured me all the project life. So let's start to use generators, and let's create, because probably we need to create a directive. And this is a command, and all my shortcuts from WebStorm and also AutoHotkey you can find on Svetlana's Google profile. So we created the directive. This is I will talk about how it's actually how it's created. It's not the best practices, but I just want to put your attention to its functionality. And I would like to create module add, and I would like to create a directive add I don't know, add types, and I just click enter. Okay, what's the result? So generators went, so this is my script folders. It create module add. It create this add index file where I assign it a module. It included this module inside main. It's Node.js, sorry. It added this module to our common dependency. It's added its in index.html. It, in addition, it created this image folder and styles folder, and we figured out that in order to keep your styles organized, they have to be saved in also in modules. In addition, this style will be imported in, I guess it's main still. So it's imported here. It also, it has all the code necessary to create a module. And finally, we have a directive, and this is just a standard code, and this is just a directive boilerplate, but this directive is separated to its own module, and well, I don't need to do anything. So let's include this directive inside our initial controller. So 3 add types. Let's assume that we don't need to add here, and let's see. I need to, or it just compiles. It's better. It will be more safe in order my Jade. Yeah, it compiles. Okay, I have this directive, and this is just a boilerplate. Yes. So now I will come to this directive and come to view, and I'm inside the view. But I want to get data from database. What is the best way to access it? It's using service. So again, we need to generate a service. Let's try to generate a service. It will be the same module, and let it be add types. Service, and I want to create the service, and I want to inject inside of this directive. So I'm pressing Ctrl Alt F, and it adds me this file. Then I enter. It's also added to Git automatically. And when it finishes, we open, it should show service folder. I have this service. This service is injected inside my directive. And if I open the service, I have here two like bootstrap method. One of them synchronous. It's just a method function which will return. Another one is asynchronous, because we want to include our query our database. I delete synchronous, and it will be get. I know it's add type, get. No types, or just get. Let it be just get. And because I know that we are going to access Firebase object, Firebase array, sorry. Let's inject it here. So, and now I will Firebase array. This is a shortcut. So I have add array. Add array, and this will be add URL, and yeah, it's possible just var add URL will be equal, this is a constant, this is a value, my Firebase URL plus add. Okay, I get object, then when it's loaded, I just resolve it. So our data service is ready. So now we return to our directive and again run asynchronous method, and it will be add type service. Method will be just get. Alright, I have some issues. I don't need any parameters. When I'm receiving the data, I just pass it on scope. And so let's rename this VM to types. Okay, I have now all my data, so I'm going to view, and now I can iterate over my types. So let it be URL start, ng repeat, and I want to repeat t in types, and I want to just extrapolate t to see that everything works, or let's just extrapolate t. Okay, and now I switch here, and my gtemplate is not compiling, so I need just to restart the server. And then when you create directive, I would say it's 50-50. Sometimes it just gets this is a gulp task and compiles and reload, but in some cases, and it probably depends on the PC load. So now it's pretty high because I'm running screen recording software, and but now it should be alright. Okay. Advertisement, and you can see I have this information obtained from the database. So a brief conclusion: if you have you're generating particularly created, then under the pressure like we are now, you will be able to, like in this case, for like 5 minutes, I created a new model. I added it everywhere where it should be. I added a service, and my application, I followed the best practices, and my application is completely manageable, and I use data service, and for me this will be faster than, I don't know, adding everything in one controller, and you can always use our shortcuts and our principles. It's not written very clear, but it works. But probably about its creation, I will record a separate tutorial. This is just a recommendation, and good luck. Happy coding. Bye.